Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's career mode. You guys are just lapping this stuff up, so I'm just going to give you more and more. But some nice headlines there. I'm actually down in London at the time this goes live, so that's just a fun fact. I'm going to be at Eurogamer. To anyone who's going to be there, let me know in the comments, and tweet at me on Twitter to let me know. But we have my first game of the season. I'm coming off a really heavy loss and a disappointing loss, which is my 4-0 loss to Nice, which really just shouldn't have happened. I decided to change up the formation. I went for a more narrow formation, and how about this for missing a sitter? I mean, that just no. You have to put that in the back of the net. There's no way you can miss simple chances like that. But fortunately, I got really lucky there, and he clearly didn't have his Weetabix for breakfast, so that gave me a real bit of hope there that I could possibly come out with something here. But I'm just giving the Swansea players far too much space. They're completely dominating the game, and they're just walking up that sideline there and just completely destroying me. So I needed to do something that needed to be done. As you guys can see, just so much room. My defending was off. Things were not going my way, and it was most certainly Swansea in the driving seat. And as you can see, I just wasn't even getting a sniff of the ball, and I just kept having to defend in my own box. And that's always a really risky thing in FIFA 13 because we all know how strong the shots are. But at halftime, we go in 0-0, 45 minutes in, and unfortunately, our star signing, well, not really, because we only purchased him for 3.2 million. But our signing decides to go out injured, center defensive Barry, but fortunately for me, I have a lot of depth in this particular position. I've got Graniero who can play there, Diakite, or one of you guys are gonna have to tell me how to say his name in the comments, as you guys always like to do anyways. But Graniero can play as a center defensive mid. I suppose I could put Park there if I really wanted to, but nevertheless, Graniero managed to fit the spot, and I get a pretty lucky penalty, and Cisse, for the second time, he missed his first penalty, but he managed to put it away, and there it is. The first goal under my management is a penalty. And from then on, Swansea's defense seemed to be a little bit more exposed, and there was no way I was missing this opportunity. And the first player leaves it through his legs to get Mattox his first goal of the squad for the team, and that was really important for me. It's so great just to have a player who, when your new signing scores, it's never a bad thing. It's always really good and positive, gets their confidence going. But that was kind of a bit of a disappointing goal to concede, but nevertheless, those things happen. And Wright Phillips, again, not being able to finish his dinner. I did say that previously in the last episode, and really disappointing for me again. And Julio Cesar has kept me in this game without a doubt. I'm really happy that QPR have Julio Cesar, actually. He's definitely someone who's I'm really going to have to rely on. And there, Mattox gets a little bit lucky, but with that sort of blistering pace, there is no way he is catching. And in the 88th minute, Mattox manages to get a goal, and that just sealed, nail in the coffin pretty much. And a nice 3-1 win at the start of a season, 3 points on the board. That's exactly what we're looking for, and I was really pleased with that. But Barry, again, out for 4 weeks, and he was really crucial. I enjoy having it center defensive mid. I saw a few of you chaps were a bit skeptical of my purchase of Gareth Barry and why I did it. I just find he's such a great anchor to the team. And to be fair, when he was playing for the first about 50 minutes, we didn't concede any goals whatsoever. So that was a positive to take away from it. But there you guys can see, I do have quite a bit of depth there, and Daikite manages to move into that center defensive midfield role. And this 4-4-2 diamond with a right centre mid and left centre mid is actually looking pretty godly. For some reason, the news decides that Barry is the star player and shines through on his debut. I mean, he didn't concede when he was on the pitch, but he did get injured in about the 50th minute. So I'm not too sure where exactly the news are getting their sources from, but I definitely would have said Mattox had a slightly better game, and I was definitely... I'm proud of Mattox because he's 67 rated, got quite a bit to improve on, and I look forward to seeing how it all develops. But Bayern there looking to manage to target Falcao, and if they do, that would be insane. Bent demands a transfer. This was music to my ears, or kind of lit up my eyes, I suppose, and I was so happy to see this because I thought, I need another proven striker. If Mattox gets injured, if Cisse gets injured and I have to run with Andy Johnson and Mattox, it just was never going to end well. So I thought, look at that value, 9.5 million. I have not got 9.5 million to spend, but I thought I might try and be a little bit cheeky and see what would happen because he did want to leave. You can see he had poor form and his morale simply said leaving. So I thought I'm going to go in with a super low transfer thing, all I had left, and just to see what I could get out of it. And unfortunately, it was never going to be enough, was it? But this Portsmouth actually decided they want to loan Max, and I was more than happy to do so. You know, he's only age 20, got quite a lot to improve on, and I'm more than happy to loan these young players out just to get their overall up, and so when they come back. But unfortunately, the news gets back to me again. Ben is going nowhere, so there was no chance of my initial trade being accepted whatsoever, so it was kind of bog standard, as you guys can see. But another trade offer came in for the squad, and another loan that wanted to go out, and of course he was age 21, a little bit older. I was kind of skeptical, did I actually want to go ahead and loan this guy out, because he wasn't that young yet, but I thought I can't see him being involved in my first team plan, so I decided it's best that he just goes out on loan. But that'll pretty much sum it up for today's episode of Career Mode. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Now, there was some huge shouts for me to ask the board for, you know, some more transfer funds. I'll definitely be doing that throughout January transfer window. And Zamora, I'm coming after you. Next game, we recently sold him, and he's going to want his revenge, but we're going to want to score against him to let him know that he should have stayed at the club, but he didn't. So that was that. On your left hand side, it was my previous Career Mode episode if you happen to miss that, and on the right is a tutorial on how to do the Balotelli celebration. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and again, if we could hit 2,000 likes, that would be out of this world. Thank you so much. I want your babies. Bye bye.